And we have with us Congressman Jeff Denham from California, Republican from California. Congressman, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, Congressman, this week you had an incredible town hall meeting in Modesto. I think there were like 1,500 people to talk about immigration, a lot of Hispanics, and you had with you a special guest, the chairman of the subcommittee on immigration. What was your impression after it happened?
Well, it was a great opportunity to not only have the community together to talk about impacts on families, impacts on our local economy and on the agriculture industry, but most importantly, to have the chairman of the committee come to California and hear firsthand. I mean, far too often in Washington, D.C., you hear from lobbyists or interest groups. This is an opportunity for the chairman to hear directly from people that are affected. And we did it at a church yesterday, again this morning in a different church in Manteca today. And we wanted people to feel safe, secure, and willing to talk about how this has broken families apart, and it's a multi-generational problem.
You know, well, first of all, I mean, to me what is great, because sometimes you hear some of this Democratic liberal commentators say, oh, Republicans don't care about immigrants or Hispanics, they don't listen to them. And here we have a congressman, along with the chairman of the subcommittee on immigration, going to meet directly with the community. I mean, that's exactly what we want to see, and Republicans are doing it.
Absolutely. We're a nation of immigrants, and we need to be able to talk about this issue in a respectful way and actually get it right. We've got to get this fixed for future generations, not only making sure that we have a path moving forward, but that we actually address today's broken system for everybody here within our country.
And I understand that you believe that we have to really fix our dysfunctional immigration system and do it in a way that we address all the different aspects of it. And we certainly need border security. We need to improve domestic enforcement of immigration law. But you support a path to legal status and also a guest worker program, correct?
I believe that we've got to fix our current system and make sure we've got earned legal status and make sure we've got a guest worker program. I've been somebody that's voted against some of these piecemeal approaches to immigration. We can't just shut down the border or just have a STEM immigration fix. We need to fix our overall immigration system that's broken today. And so I've been encouraging people to come and talk and let us hear from them on, not only the challenges that they face as individuals, but some of the solutions that they'd like to see.
Now, you come from a district where agriculture is very important. And, a lot of people kind of focus on legalization, and, that certainly has to be part of the mix. But the undocumented community are just a symptom of the problem. The real problem that we have in our country is that we don't have an effective mechanism for American employers who cannot find American workers to bring the foreign workforce that they need. So a guest worker program must be part of the solution. And sometimes I listen to the unions, and they're not very supportive of guest worker programs.
No, I mean, it's certainly a big challenge. You heard here 2 days ago that the Chamber of Commerce and the AFL-CIO came together on a grand bargain. But that didn't include the people in my district, nor did it include the agriculture community. And right now here at home, it's early in the season, but already we've got asparagus that needs to be harvested, and 30% of that crop is going unharvested that will go to waste. And, you could see a lot of farmers go out of business in the process. That affects our entire economy.
Apparently, within the Gang of Eight, they've reached some sort of agreement on agriculture workers, but that they really haven't said anything to the public. The agreement that they reached was announced to the public between the AFL-CIO and the Chamber of Commerce. Apparently, it's about non-agriculture unskilled workers, but still, they're talking about a cap of 200,000, and I don't know if that's realistic. I mean, I think we should let at the end the market work, that the market determine how many workers a company needs, because if Washington sets quotas arbitrarily, they may not be reflective of the labor market or the needs of companies.
No, absolutely, and we certainly will have fluctuation on the numbers of temporary workers that will be needed, just as Canada does and any other industrialized nation. And so we need to be mindful and respectful of that. The first year, the compromise that they had was 20,000 guest workers. Right. One county of mine will use 20,000 guest workers. So, across the nation, we would need anywhere between 1 million and 1.2 million temporary workers to be able to just address agriculture needs.
And the problem is that if we don't have a workable program, the forces of the market are very strong, and they're still going to come in illegally if we don't have enough visas to let them come in legally.
Absolutely. And I think that, part of the challenge is many of our crops will be harvested from foreign hands, whether that's here within our borders or in a foreign country by foreign hands. I mean, you've got more and more agriculture companies that are moving to Mexico and elsewhere to provide food for our country.
And that means also less jobs for Americans, because by having those foreign workers come in to work in agribusiness creates jobs for Americans. So we need those workers because we need to create jobs for Americans.
Absolutely. And it certainly also addresses our current food supply as well.
Oh, definitely. Well, we do have right now an agriculture program. People say we have H-2A, it's open-ended, it's demand-based, but it's so highly regulated and costly that businesses don't use it.
No, H-2A does not work across the entire nation. It only works in small pockets. So we need to have an overall overhaul of our whole immigration policy, dealing with everything from border security to E-Verify to a guest worker program that works, that we can hold businesses accountable and make sure that we're addressing American jobs at the same time.
And Congressman, one final quick question. Are you confident that the House Republicans will work with Democrats to get something done this year?
Absolutely. I'm very confident we're going to get something done this year, although I am very anxious. I'm very anxious for my community. Anxious for our number one industry and our economy here, that delaying this several months or even a year could shut a lot of companies down and further affect a challenging economy.
Understood. Congressman, thank you so much for being with us, and we thank you for your leadership on the issue.
You got it. Thank you.